Hey, what's up everybody? This is Muth24, and today I'll be taking a look at the Mobile Suit Gundam F91 Special Edition DVD release. There was a standard edition that only comes with one disc, and this version comes with two, and what I believe they went ahead and did here was actually put the standard edition in as one of the discs and then put a second disc in as a special edition version, because both discs have a copy of the film on them, and then they have different menus and different special features on each one of the discs. For those who don't know what F91 is about, it takes place in Universal Century 123, quite some time after the whole conflict with, Amuro and Char, a long time after the One Year War, after the Titans versus the AUG, after Neo Zeon and everything. And it deals with the Crossbone Vanguard and the Rona family, and basically how they want to change the way the politics between Earth and the colonies work. And to me, it really feels like this series got back to some of the core fundamentals of Gundam. How things were in the earlier series, before things started to get a little bit more, I guess you could say, stylized. In some cases, a little bit more cheesy, but it still has the more political aspects of it, and as opposed to some of the more just action shoot 'em up series that we've seen, in the 90s, the early 2000s, and it really reminds me of just classic Gundam, and it takes the unlikely hero of Seabook Arno and basically throws him into the fray of this whole conflict, in similar fashion to how Amuro Ray was, pulled into the One Year War, and Camille Bidan pulled into the events of Zeta Gundam. And basically, the two main characters of this film are Seabook Arno, as I mentioned, and Cecily Fairchild, who, I won't spoil anything for people who haven't seen this yet, but her role in the film kind of takes on, two major points, and she isn't entirely aware of her role in things until about halfway through the film, I guess you could say. And it adds an extra level of complexity to the way that she plays out as a character and how Seabook plays out. Now, the pacing of the film is a little fast, and that's one thing that I know some people have stated that they weren't a big fan of with F91, is the fact that it kind of feels like things are rushed. Now, I didn't feel like it was terrible to that end, but it definitely does feel like they crammed a lot into a short time period. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that this was originally planned as a full series and then kind of got shrunk down to an OVA and then finally got thrown in as the film that you see here. Now, F91 did come out in the year 1991, and you're not going to notice a huge leap in the quality of animation from something like Char's Counterattack, but there's enough of a improvement there that it looks a little bit better. Looking at the front of the box here, you've got the front of the DVD case rather. You've got the F91 Gundam, and it just says the title of the movie there. Look at the side. You've got a small picture of the F91's head, and then again the movie's name. Flipping it open, you've got, similar to how the Char's Counterattack DVD is, you just got the name of the movie there, and then some black and stars in the background there. So there's disc 1 and disc 2. Taking a look at the back of the box, it's pretty simple, but I think it looks nice enough. You just got a brief overview of the movie, and a couple shots there, and then the different features for each disc. So for disc 1 there, you've got the film, both English and Japanese audio, and then a Gundam encyclopedia, similar to how they have it on the 8th MS Team DVDs. And then for disc 2 special features, you have all-new English 5.1 Dolby Digital Audio, which they added for that disc. Commentary with Sunrise producer Nobuo Masuda, producer Eric Sherman, and ADR director Tony Oliver. And then you've got the trailers, character files, Gundam timeline, and image gallery. And basically, image gallery is just a bunch of still frames from the show, but from the film rather. But the timeline and the character files, I found really interesting because it ties things together from earlier on in the Universal Century to the point of F91, and bridges the gap for all these holes in the Gundam timeline for those people who haven't like read the F90 manga or stuff like that, and also kind of sets the stage a little bit to better understand stuff like, say, the Crossbone Gundam manga, which takes place after F91. So I thought that was a really cool inclusion. As for the menus, the first disc menu is like, I don't know if it's like at the part of the colony that got blown open, or if it's like a hatch to a colony or something like that. But basically, you got this colony that's looking out towards space, and then for the second disc, you've got like various images of the F91, but it's all like these. Basically, all the images are laid over with bright and vibrant colors, which was a little bit different, I thought, but I think it's kind of just interesting to do something different like that. And then for the audio, you don't have just like music playing; you've actually got radio chatter from the events of the film, like the Earth Federation pilots issuing out orders and trying to figure out how to combat the Crossbone Vanguard and stuff. It was just kind of a cool, different thing to do. It's not the most complex menu, but it was a little bit nicer than like on the Zeta Gundam DVDs where you've just got one still image and it just plays the same song over and over. So, I don't know, it might not be everybody's bag of chips, but I thought that was kind of cool. So I'd say F91 was about equal for me in terms of how much I liked it to Char's Counterattack. I'd say they're pretty much even there. I didn't like it quite as much as Endless Waltz, but it was, it's still a good film overall. And I think this copy is only marginally more expensive than the standard edition, so if you want to fork out a couple extra bucks and pick up the special edition, I'd say it's probably worth the extra cash there. Otherwise, if you just want to get the standard edition, go ahead and get that. Don't forget that you can check out reviews of all of these Gundam DVDs on my channel here, as well as reviews of other anime, including Fullmetal Alchemist, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Welcome to the NHK, and Paprika. See you next time.